Hey guys, Matt Allen here. Welcome back to Tactical Bassin. Today we are actually all the way out on Elephant Butte Lake in New Mexico. It's probably as good a time as any to tell you we are on a road trip around the country. At the beginning of the year, Tim and I told you guys that this year was going to be about travel, bringing Tactical Bassin to you, the Tactical Bassin family, and we mean to follow through on that. So we didn't even tell you that Tim has been road tripping this spring. He made 2 trips, just got back from a big trip with the family. Well, now it's our turn. I've actually got the girls here with me. Like I said, we are clear out in New Mexico. We're on Elephant Butte Lake, and this is just the beginning. We're going to be on the road for quite a while, bringing Tactical to you. We want to see some new places. It makes it a lot easier for us to give advice and to understand your fisheries when we've been on more of them. So the girls and I are on the road. We've got the boat and the camper, and we are traveling. Tim and his family are going to be joining us along the way. We'll be meeting up with some friends, but we'll be doing a lot of this, just breaking down lakes that we've never been on, showing up blind, just going fishing. So I'm actually gonna cut you guys. We got a big thunderstorm coming. I'm gonna try and catch another fish or two if I can, and then I'm gonna cut and we'll go back up and I'll show you the finished boat. The project is finally done, and I'll show you the truck and camper as well so you guys know what to look for. When you see us out on the road, if you see us on the highway, wave. If you see us on a boat ramp or you see us out on the water or sitting in a restaurant, come by and say hi. Don't be afraid to come talk to us. We want to meet you. We appreciate the entire Tactical Bassin family. We look forward to shaking hands, swapping fish stories, maybe catching some fish with some of you, but we will be all over the place. Like I said, this is, I didn't actually say, this is day 4 of our trip, and we're already fishing out here in New Mexico. We are going to be all over the place. We're really looking forward to it. Let's go take a look at the rest. All the way out here in the desert in New Mexico. He's a little guy, but glide bait fish. It's just fun. A bass is a bass no matter where you go. Pretty cool. Let's try that again. Little guy. There's no shortage.
You just need a largemouth and then you can have a slam.
Yeah. I have a largemouth.
You do? You have
Yeah.
one large, one small?
Yeah.
One white bass?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I never even would have thought of that. I didn't know my first white bass was 3 times the size of all the others. All right, guys, we're gonna turn these loose here on Elephant Butte in New Mexico. These aren't exactly the biggest bass in the world, But that is 3 different species: white bass, largemouth bass, smallmouth bass. That is a grand slam. We're gonna go ahead and turn that into the IGFA. Pretty awesome. First fishery in a new state. First 3 bites, all 3 species. Not the day we were planning on having out here. We were just checking out a new place. Again, we did not get any monsters, but a grand slam is a grand slam. There's not a lot of fisheries where you can even do that. So pretty cool, especially do it with a little white bass too. That was fun. All right, guys, just got off the water. We had to get out ahead of these thunderstorms. Sierra, obviously not a huge fan of thunder and lightning, nor are we a fan of having her out in that stuff. But wanted to give you a final walkthrough of the boat. Most of the stuff you already saw, so I'll just update you on the final things that we got done. We put the 15-foot talons back on. Same thing that I had on the last boat. I love them. The 15s, they're tall, but they reach so far, especially on Clear Lake where we fish, a fairly shallow fishery. They reach everywhere. And then tilt brackets, of course. You got to be able to tilt them, lay them down. That's one of the things I really like about the talons. When you're in that really shallow water and I'm dock fishing, I'm able to lay them all the way down and get in and around and under docks, even shallow docks. Because one of the big issues with the other styles is that you have to lower them into the water. And a lot of our docks are so shallow that if you lower them into the water even a couple of feet, you end up stuck. So talons on tilt brackets, I can lay down, go anywhere. Went with a 14-inch hydraulic jack plate. Matches the boat. Little over the top, but I really like it. And then up front, everything else is the same. We did get some questions about the batteries, and I actually have a spare with me right now because I was chasing down one last wiring gremlin. So I had a spare battery I'm about to throw in. But the battery we run is an Odyssey PC 2150M. That's for all you guys that have asked that. And I mean, we buy those batteries, they're awesome. It's a pricey battery, but they do an amazing job. You guys already saw the Ultrex, all the Solixes. Of course, I don't travel with them on. It's not good for them. So I take them off when we're traveling. And then got the 360 imaging installed as well. That is the boat all laid out. Keep everything safe with the locker bar. And then as far as the rest of the rig, here she is. So boat, the rest is a Lance 855S, and then Ram 3500 is what we tow with. And the 3500, I always towed with an SUV. I had a Durango and then a Tahoe, and it worked great. But last year when we decided to go cross country, we bit the bullet. I mean, we squeezed every penny we had and got a 3500 to do it right to support the camper. And when we got in that crash, I was so glad that we had done it right. I mean, anything smaller, we would have been dead for sure. So of course, when it was time to do it again, we did it right again. So another 3500, and this is what it looks like. If you guys see us, let me back up a little bit. If you see us rolling down the road, or out on the lake, or at a restaurant, come say hi. We're just doing this, one, so we can get out there, meet more of you, spend time with the awesome people that make Tactical Bassin what it is. 2, to experience some awesome fisheries as a family and with our friends. And then 3, to get to know even more of these fisheries. Like I said, Elephant Butte, let me show you this like one more time. I'm gonna turn the camera here. Elephant Butte is gorgeous. I don't know if you're a desert fan or not. I'm not a huge desert person, but I can see the beauty here. Beautiful water, clear water. It's got big ones in it. Obviously, we didn't run into a big one on day 1, but we found a swim bait bite, which tells you can run into a big one. But it's got big largemouth, it's got smallmouth, it's got white bass. We ended up getting a grand slam, which is so cool. But a really neat lake out here in the middle of New Mexico. If you ever find yourself in this part of the world, definitely take a few minutes out of your day, come out here and check this place out. We are gonna get back on the road. There's no telling where we're gonna be, just about everywhere. So start keeping an eye out. We're gonna be on the road for quite a while. We look forward to seeing you soon. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you soon.